Hi guys, welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your daily horoscope for July 1st, 2021, which is a Thursday. But before we begin, I would like to let you know that I do daily video horoscopes that I post on my YouTube channel every single day. I do weekly video horoscopes that I post every single week. And I also do monthly sun rising sign horoscopes that you can watch on my channel, and the monthly sun rising sign horoscopes for the month of July are on the channel now, so you can watch all of them. And I also request you to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, so that you can be notified every time I post a video. Now, that being said, today is the highlight of the week. It is the Mars Saturn opposition with a square to Uranus. They're in a T square, and we're going to talk about that. And we are also going to talk about a few other things. So let's get started. Now, the moon here is in Aries, all right? And okay, let's talk about the opposition first, and then we'll talk about the moon. So the opposition comes exact at about 5 a.m. Pacific time, which makes it 5 p.m. India time. So here Saturn is at 12:20 and Mars is at 12:19. So a little past 5 a.m. Pacific time, about 6 p.m. India time, they're going to oppose and it's going to come exact. All right, so this is the energy which I have been speaking about all week, and this energy here is in a square to Uranus. 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle. Now this energy is making a lot of other aspects as well, so we'll talk about those one by one, and then let's break it down. So let's break down the Mars-Saturn opposition. Now Mars is our drive, it's how we take action, it's our willpower, it's courage, it's all these things. And Saturn is decisions, it's definition, it puts things in order, it's also restrictions and delays. So here at this point, this energy could manifest in multiple ways, but it is a very intense energy in whichever way it manifests. One of those manifestations could be we feel restricted in taking action, we feel frustrated. Mars is also frustration. So we may feel restricted, we may feel irritated, we may feel angry about not being able to take that action. There might be some delays in taking action. So that could be one way this energy manifests. The other way this energy might manifest is that we take a decision to act. Because Mars is decision, Saturn is decisions, and Mars is taking action. So a decision to act. Or we could define how we are going to act, how we are going to take that action. So it could be any one of these things, but it does require us to maybe reassess what's going on, because even to take a decision to act, we need to think things through. In order to define how we're going to act, we need to think things through. And if you are feeling angry, frustrated, restricted in taking that action, if there are delays, maybe we want to take a step back and say, okay, what do I need to change? Why am I feeling restricted? And if there is anger, if there is frustration, then know that it's this energy and maybe channel it elsewhere. Mars is an athlete. It likes to do athletic things. So channeling that energy elsewhere might help ease the frustration, ease the anger, ease the irritation. Now, to add to this intensity is Uranus. Uranus is squaring both these planets. It's squaring Mars, it is squaring Saturn, and square is friction, it is change, it is adjustments, it is obstacles, but squares lead to growth, right? So Uranus here squaring both these planets, this decision, this definition to things, this feeling of restriction can really come out of nowhere. It can be sudden, it can be unexpected, but it will push you to being your unique self, your authentic self. Yeah. For example, I'll give an example. Supposing you want to be, I don't know, an artist, but you're scared about putting out your painting. And with the Saturn Mars opposition, somehow you decide that, okay, I'm going to put out that painting. And that decision can come unexpectedly. It could just be, okay, I'm so frustrated that nobody's seeing my artwork, nobody's doing anything about it. I'm just going to put it out there and see what happens. And that's the sudden, unexpected vibe of Uranus helping you make that decision. And eventually, what this has done is it has helped you, pushed you one step closer to being your authentic self, which in this case is a painter, an artist. Just an example. This is just an example. It could be anything. But I also want to mention that this energy is highly, highly, highly intense. It can be accident prone as well. So one must be very careful with this energy. And it's best to avoid confrontation at this time. Let the energy pass, let it pass. Because it is very explosive, this energy. It is very intense, very, very intense. Yeah. And let's talk about some positive aspects this energy is making. Now, Mars is here trining Chiron, which means that this decision, this definition, this feeling, whatever is going on, the sudden changes, etc., 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 has a healing element because Mars is trining Chiron. Chiron is how we heal, right? And Saturn has been trining Chiron. It has been trining Chiron for a while now. Sorry, it has been sextiling Chiron, not trining it. Mars is trining Chiron and Saturn is sextiling it. Saturn has been sextiling Chiron for a few months now, at least since February. So most of this year it has been in a close sextile to Chiron, meaning that as we take decisions, as we build our life for the future, we will heal our identity. So that's another positive aspect. And this healing is for the long run. It is for the long run. Now, some more positive aspects. Mars here is sextiling the North Node, 60-degree angle. This decision will not only propel us, this decision, this definition to things, this feeling of frustration so that you might change something, will not only lead you to your unique self and authentic self, which can be quite unexpected and sudden, but it will also push you towards your goals, towards what you are aspiring to, towards what you are wanting to move towards because it's in a sextile to the North Node. And as we do that, as we move towards our goals, the past will become more and more incompatible. It'll be easier and easier to leave behind the past because Mars here is trining the South Node as it sextiles the North Node. So that's a lot of stuff happening today. The morning will be an intense one. This is how the morning starts, right? Now let's talk about another positive aspect that's happening simultaneously as we go through this energy in the morning for Pacific time and evening India time. The moon right here at 5 degrees of Aries is going to trine Venus. Positive angle. Now moon is our emotions, it's our inner heart and soul. Venus is relationships, love, projects, business partnerships, self-worth, values, skills, legal issues, lots of things. So at this point, we're feeling very positive about these things, all Venus-related things, and they're in fire signs. So there might be something happening, something going on that's making us feel very positive about these things. And with the backdrop of the Mars-Saturn opposition and its aspects with Uranus and Chiron and the North Node and the South Node, this happening to me says that whatever changes happen will lead to something positive to Venus related things as well. Love, money, relationship, projects, values, business partnerships, etc., etc. So in the morning, there's a lot of intensity. Yes, there can be a feeling of frustration, but there is also simultaneously an energy of feeling very good about certain things in our life. Yeah, and there's a lot of fire energy, right? Fire. Mars and Venus are in fire, Chiron is in fire. So this is also something that says things, you can get things done. Okay? So that's how the morning begins, and this is the highlight of the week, this event. We have been building up to it slowly. It's happening today. And then I'm going to talk about a couple of other things that happen in the day. And let's move the chart so that you can see this. Yeah. The moon here at 10 degrees of Aries is going to sextile the North Node and trine the South Node. Now, this is again a feel good moment for our goals. Wherever we are heading, whatever we are doing towards our goals, we're feeling good about it, and it's making it easier to leave the past behind. And at the same time, the moon at 10 degrees is squaring the sun. This is the last quarter square of the moon. Now, this is a point where we're about a week away from the new moon, which will happen on July 9th, the new moon in Cancer. So now a last quarter square represents a release process, a letting go process. This is the point where we assess what needs to come with me to the next lunar month, what I can leave behind, what emotions, what things, etc., etc. So now this whole week till July 9th, till the new moon in Cancer, we will be focused on releasing. Now this process is subtle and subconscious, but the energy is of that, of letting go, of releasing. So that's another thing that happens today. And moving on, in the evening at about 7 p.m. Pacific time, which makes it 7 a.m. India time, July 2nd, the moon is going to conjunct Chiron right here. And as it conjuncts Chiron, it is sextiling Saturn. It is trining Mars. I think this is a powerful healing moment as well. This is a feel good energy. This is I feel like I can take this action. I feel like I can do this. And whatever I'm doing, whatever action I'm taking is for the long run. And I'm finding some healing in that. That's the energy. Yeah. So these are the important events for today, the most important being this Mars-Saturn opposition. And as you can see, even at 6 p.m. Pacific time, Mars is still at 12 degrees. So the orb is very close, right? Mars is going to move on, and slowly, slowly this energy will lessen, the Mars-Saturn opposition energy. But today it is at its peak. Now, once it reaches its peak, it's done its job. We've made some decision, we've taken some action, and now slowly, 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 the intensity is going to go down. So that's the basic energy for today. Now, I will give you a brief background on what's been happening in the astrology. Now, these are things, energies we deal with on an every single daily basis, but they are subtle and they stay with us for a longer time than, say, the moon energy, which moves so fast. So let's talk about those. The first is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Now, these planets met up in Jan of 2020 after 38 years, and they closed out a cycle that began in 1982 and began a new cycle, a cycle that changed our material reality in a powerful way, in some way, shape, or form. And we will be in this new cycle till 2053, till Saturn and Pluto conjunct again. And right now, we are still setting the base for this energy. The second thing is the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. Now, these planets also meet up rarely, once in 20 years. So they met up in December of 2020, about 6 months ago, and they started a new 20-year cycle. And we will lay the foundation for this 20-year cycle in the next 2 years. So that's another thing we are building on, working towards every single day. And the third energy is the most important energy of 2021, and it is the Uranus-Saturn square 90-degree angle. Now, these planets will be in a square all year. The square will come exact 3 times, Feb, June, and December. And it's already happened twice, the exact square, 1 more left. And this energy is also after 21 years, so a long time. And this energy is about getting rid of old things, old thought patterns, old anything that does not serve you anymore, and embracing the new and embracing your unique, authentic self. But this energy might feel challenging because these planets are in a square. So it will take some effort to say, this old thing is not serving me, this old habit, this old relationship, this old friendship, this old way of living, this old way of thinking. Now, and then once you realize that, you start embracing the new. And it is very hard to be your authentic self as well. It is not an easy process to show yourself as you are to the world. So that's also what this energy is demanding of us, to be who we truly are. And sometimes the challenge is to figure out who we truly are. And this energy will help us do that, but it might feel challenging. And the last thing that I will mention are the nodes. The North Node is in Gemini and the South Node is in Sag. And they were in the same signs, same placement, between 2001 and 2003. And the nodes are karmic. So they will bring about similar events. They might actually, not necessary, they might bring about similar events, themes, situations for you to review and close out, or to learn from, or to reassess, or to build on from 2001 and 2003. So that's all the horoscope for today. I will pick a card for today's energy and then we'll close the reading out. It says buy the book, and I think this card we got over the weekend or another daily reading not very long ago. And to me this says don't be by the book, right? Because we have to be who we truly are, our authentic selves, our unique selves. And this card to me always goes back to the Saturn Uranus square that I just spoke about. That we have to find our unique self and embrace that unique self, no matter how different we are from the rest of the crowd. And this is also a reminder that no matter how different we are, we will find like-minded people. We will find people we can connect with. So yeah, the energy to me, this card says today is another day where we really have to focus on who we truly are, who we are becoming, and that may not be someone who's by the book. And that's okay, because even if you're not by the book, there is a group waiting for you who's exactly like you. Not exactly like you, but similar to you. So I think that's the energy today. And as a closing out, I would like to say that today's energy is super, super intense. So please just be mindful of that and take it easy. And have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.